Hello everybody, hello, hello, hello. Hello. So, I'm gonna give you some news. I had some questions. The first news is about spider bite, because a lot of you are wondering, what is that? Are you safe? Blah, blah, blah. It's really amazing because I don't know if you read what I wrote about or if you hear what I wrote. I spoke about that. I've been bitten twice in the last 15 years. It's the third time in 15 years. And it's like 7 years apart every time. And I could see how it is a very long healing process, even if I am healthy, even if I am not eating a lot of sugar, because sugar makes it very difficult to heal. The skin cannot repair easily when you eat too much sugar or alcohol or things like that. So I have a diet quite healthy, and I've been bitten 7 years ago the last time, and it took almost 3 months to heal, but also because I found when I was in Corsica, I decided to use Helychrisum, an essential oil from there that is very potent, very powerful, and this made heal in 2 weeks. So I have one of my followers who have been bitten last August, and she's still not recovered from it. So we exchanged a little bit about my protocol, but also this arrived on point, like perfect synchronicity with having the little device I show in the video. I should have it here, but the Trinity Pro, I use it every day. So I use it for different things. Actually, this spider bite, I've been investigating even more online than I did previously. So I discovered things very interesting. I discovered that for a long time, it was thought that the venom don't had bacteria because the venom was so harsh, that so strong that it was killing everything. So it's not true. It can be bacteria in the venom. So I investigated that, and I read a lot of interesting things about that. So this was another precious information, because using the little Trinity Pro, I was able to check in the complexes which one I can take to help healing by frequency, by bioresonance. And I found the skin, I found the detox of bacteria, cleansing of bacteria. And I did this every day for almost 1 week. And I must say that my scar is almost healed. It's absolutely fantastic. Sure, I did my protocol with my essential oil and poultice on the side. What was interesting is that, being from Corsica, I know a little bit, growing on a beach, what we have to do when we are bitten or burned, for example, by jellyfish. When we are burned by jellyfish, we pee on the burnt and we brush with sand. And this makes go the little filament and take off, the itching. So I know about that. We do the same for when you are stung by any kind of insect. You pee on it. So this is very important because you have this with you all the time. So if you have a scar or something, you cut yourself, you can pee on your scar, and this can, you wait not the first spread of pee, but a little bit later, because you can have a lot of confrontation of things in the beginning, but you can really use that. So I did like poultice with that, with green clay, with the mixed with the pea, with coconut oil, to have something not too dry, to have something that will not dry too fast as well. Because the problem with the spider bite, if you don't put an ointment, something that is a little bit oily, it's dry, and it become worse and worse and worse, because it's like nothing can flow, the blood cannot flow. So you have to find a way to clean it, to have something to absorb all the, toxin things that can be around from the dead cells and all that, but also to make your skin moist. So I did this the first day. I kept the poultice all day, a big heavy one on all the surface, because I had a big, like 5-inch bump underneath, very hard. What was interesting, and it's interesting, it's the second time with this kind of spider that I experiment that. The first one, 10, 15 years ago, was stingy. I felt the sting, the bite. It was a black widow, and this was really strong. It took maybe, I don't remember exactly, but three months to heal. I was in the desert, and shamans friend from the desert in Texas gave me a poultice to put on, but it has been very long. I had absolutely no reaction to the bite, no fever, nothing. The second time, it was no painful when I'd been bitten. I did not realize, but I had a big blister full of water underneath. And the first time it was at the left ankles, and the second time, 7 years later, was at the right ankle. I still have the scar. It was exactly the same place on both ankles. So I felt, maybe it's because I have to have a kind of balance there. I always take it very, I could say, like a gift that is given to me. So this is really the main important thing I wanted to say, and it's what I speak about in my video. When something happens like that, I don't take it like, oh no, now I'm sick. Oh, now it can be difficult. It can be serious. It can be dangerous. Or I may be gonna have, no. This is out of my mind. The first thing I have is say, okay, so it's like I am telling my body, go and do your work. I trust you. I have no doubt about it, that you're going to do, or you're going to guide me, maybe my higher sense going to guide me to do what is right for this to heal, to accompany that, to really, so it obliges you to be really present, not even to think about that, because the process has been very interesting. So the first thing, when I saw that it was a spider bite, was to put the poultice with the green clay, and the coconut oil, the pea, and the essential oil of Helychrisum and of oregano, because I thought this is good for viruses as well, so if there is something there, I put both of them. I did that for maybe almost a week, but I was having the poultice during the day, and the night I had just a small bandage with essential oil, that's it. And I had the Trinity Pro on cleansing bacteria and also the cleansing viruses in the same time. I put it at night beside my bed, and when I sleep, it's working. So I must say that it has been really fast. Maybe someone who follow my stories saw the scar, how it changed. And even today, I've not done a picture, but it's really shrinking. It's almost closed. It's almost finished. And this less than 3 weeks after being bitten. And this is really amazing to me, because the experience I had of at least 2 months to 3 months to heal. And like my followers told me, like since August, and it's not healed. So it's that. So in the same time, what happened this time, and it was very interesting, is that the fourth day after the bite, and I realized this happened often in my process. I do something like a strong exercise or a strong sport. The fourth day, I'm really down. So that time, the fourth day after the bite, I did not relate to the bite. To be, I was really like not even thinking it could be the bite. I was thinking, okay, it's a time like that. So I was nauseous. I had only desire to drink water. I was feeling very weak. My whole body, because the morning I did a yoga session, and after I was, having my glass of water in the sun, sit down, and when I stand up, the pain was terrible in all my body, not the bones or the muscles, on everywhere. It's like, wow, what is this? I did not realize that it could be the venom. So I took it easy all day, and I took some homeopathic pills that I have always with me, and I drink a lot. I really was following what my body wanted, not me what I wanted, because me what I wanted, I was feeling that it was not going through. So I did that, and the headache was terrible. The headache was very strong. And the day after, I wake up. I had still a little bit of headache, but I felt much better. And middle of the day, I was full of energy. I put the little device, Trinity Pro, by night by my side. And I put it also on the detox day. I kept it with me on detox day, woman, because you have men or woman. And I kept it all day. And I really see the difference in my healing process about that. I've been guided after that. After 1 week, I did some yoga in the sun, and I sunbathed naked there. And I saw that the scar was really shrinking, and it felt so good on my leg, where I was bitten, to have the sun on. So I said, okay, I'm gonna sunbath when there is sun, and I was lucky, it was a lot these days. And I'm gonna have just a small bandage, sometimes, not all the time. I felt it was time to let this breathe, to let this without anything on. And I continue to do that process. And at a moment, I have been inspired to take Neosporin. I say, oh, this is an ointment. It's grease. I'm going to put a little bit of that. So I put my essential oil of Helychrisum, like all the time, like every time I was cleaning. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, under the shower, morning and evening, I really wash the part with soap and water, like I wash it for maybe 1 minute, and I rinse well, and I dry well before applying anything. So I did this, and I felt to put the Helychrisum and to put a small bandage with a little bit of Neosporin that I did. And last day my friend was there, and I said, maybe I should put homeoplasmin after like a couple of days of Neosporin. So homeoplasmin is a kind of homeopathic ointment, like greasy, from France. I found it in France, but you can find it online, from Boiron. So I put that, and doing my research about what was healing for spider bite, I found a very interesting article, scientist, so it's a little bit boring if you are no interest in that. But this was very interesting, because after the day I was nauseous and not feeling good, I started to crave bread, pasta. I said, wow, what is going on with me? I read this article, and they say that there is a substance that is found in wheat and in this kind of element that is good to heal spider bite. So I cannot believe it. Now I understand why I wanted to eat bread and butter all day. It was really strange. So I had this information about this molecule. I think it's azeolite. It has another letter name. I tried to find a product. I did not find. So I searched more and I found a skincare product that use this molecule. So I order it, and since a couple of days, it's very greasy as well. And since a couple of days, I apply this as well because it helps apparently to reduce the mark led by the scar, because I still have the one from 7 years ago. It was like a big thing like that. So I put this since a couple of days and I feel that it's much, much better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write when I have time, it will be here under this video, the protocol of what I did since the beginning and how I went through that. And it's not even 3 weeks. And I'm going to show it to you again because maybe you forgot about this device. Where did I put it? It's here. So with that, and this I'm sure helped a lot because it's about frequency and it goes to by bioresonance with your body. So when you set up the program or the complex you want, and you open, you set up, and you stay like that, and you have a response. It has been aligned to your frequency. And after, you let that on the side, and it does its work. It helps. I feel tremendous energy. I feel really, really good. I must say that I also finished my accounting that I lost. Some of you knows that I lost when I moved with my computer, no internet and thing, and I lost all the data of my Quicken. Or impossible to open Time Machine, the file from Time Machine. I spend hours with Apple, with Quicken, nothing. So I have to start again from beginning of the year. Everything. It took me 1 week. So for me, first I don't like to do that, but this was terrible. So now I feel lighter and it's done. And now I feel I can go on some project, So go back to the spider bite. I will give you the protocol about that, and maybe this can help. But you have to be in tune with yourself, because I could blindly put, let's say, Neosporin every time. But sometimes I felt it was not right. My body didn't want it. So I stopped. And I put only homeoplasmine. And after I stopped, and I put only the oil. And now I put the oil and this product. I forgot the name. I should bring the bottle. So it's that you have to follow. The first thing is to don't be afraid that it's something be wrong or worst. Because if you are afraid since the beginning that it's become worse, there are chances it become, because the energy you send, it's a low frequency of fear. So there are chances that this goes on the frequency that you fear. It's very difficult to explain this process, but it's that. I can feel that I'm human, but I can decide, like putting a cross on it. No way. I trust my body ability to heal, and he will do the job. I trust him. If you don't trust, I'm sure the healing can be longer. It's a very thin hinge in between the possible risk of something worse and the fear of it, and the total trust without any doubt that it's possible to heal by itself. Helping, sure, I did things for that. I just don't stay like that. But I'm sure It can heal even by itself. If we raise enough our frequency, it can really heal by itself. I had some spontaneous healing in my life several times. Like really, it's always amazed me. And I realized just after. I never realized in the process. But the same thing was still there. The base of the issue, when there is an issue, I'm not scared. I trust my body. I trust nature law. I trust nature. It's just that. It's not complicated. When you are on that, you are on a higher frequency. And because you trust life brings you what is really needed in the moment. Like the idea to go and buy this, the idea to do that, the idea, I have that, I can put that. You know, when I started, I said, okay, I'm going to put Helychrisum. And I have oregano oil that is very potent. I'm going to put some. And I did this, I was doing this mixture of this thing, like you are in a witch house and you do your thing, like my cave here, and I was doing my potion, and I enjoyed it. And I was, I was putting, I put also the potion on my little card, the blue card. I did the presentation last day, and photonic. And in fact, it's like we are part of nature. And when we are on this mindset, on this way to be, nature flows. Nature flows inside of you and bring you, by idea that you have, what you need. And it's fantastic. And now I'm going to do the transition to the other thing that people ask me, because they saw me with my silverware and all that. So some ask me, how do you do to clean them? So this silverware dish, I love them. I buy them in thrift stores for nothing, like this one. This one I did not clean it. I found it so beautiful like that. But look at this beauty, $5, And this, I love the shades. Look at that. So this thing I buy for nothing, and I mix them. I felt for me, it's the presence of the metal element in my interior design, because my interior design is about raw, organic, natural material like wool, fur, plant, bushes, like all the little bushes, wood, fabrics, linen, shells, all the stones. But where is the metal? And I realized that this silver plate, metal, in fact, goes very well with the linen, and goes very well with, all this. It's nice with the linen color and all the natural material. So I buy these in thrift stores, but when I buy them, often they are totally black. And what is amazing is to discover them. It's like meditative, you clean them, and not so long. So you have two possibilities. If they are very, very, very black, you can use some tarnix. Tarnix, I don't like it too much. It's very, very chemical, but it works very well to take off the first black coat. But me, I don't use that. And yesterday I was cleaning, and I said, I cannot brush because maybe this is gonna scratch. So before I was taking a small toothbrush. Oh, look who is here, my baby. Hello, baby. You are here. It's so cute. So yesterday I had an idea. I bought this thing that I never use because it's a pain. But suddenly it came to my mind, because when I was thinking, no, I cannot take a toothbrush, it's gonna scratch the surface. Suddenly came that I had this thing that I never use because I don't like it, to use that with the product. So look at that. This is a glove with little thing to do the dishes, but I don't like to use this for the dishes. The baby Oscar is looking at me. Baby! So I had the idea to take that. It's fantastic. It's really fantastic. So I take this with this product. This product is a pink paste. It's called Helychrisum Silver Foam. Helychrisum Silver Foam. You can take a screen and reverse it. For me, it's the best product, and it's not unpleasant, not too chemical. It's for all the metals. You can clean all the metals with that. It goes very well. So it comes, I have a little sponge for that, but when I use this, I put some of it on the gloves and I wash, and it's amazing. I discovered that. So this is really, really, really amazing. And this product, I tried a lot. I can tell you, I tried all the products that are on the market. I have some little kind of wipes as well that are nice, but they cannot clean very in all the little, when you have, all the little details, they don't clean very well. So this is what I do. Oh, my baby is waiting for new treats. So now, baby Oscar came, and maybe you saw the story. He came this morning and he was doing this weird sound. And he's there. And in fact, I was like, this is so weird. He did that some days ago, and it changed, his behavior is changing. So we spoke with my friend Gaia that soon it's going to be mating season, love season. So they change behavior. And I felt he lost weight as well. And he came to put him, oh, he's so cute. He came to put himself here outside of the wind. It's very windy today. And this morning, he was here doing this strange thing, and another one came with a piece of wood in his beak. So now I wonder, who is making the nest in the roadrunner? Is it the male or the female? I have to check online, because maybe it's a female. And this one was a male coming and say, hey, come and do the nest with me. And he went just on the corner, so maybe they're going to do their nest right there. And he's waiting. Oh, my baby. Baby. Oh. He's like that, making him very tall, looking by the window, what is going on. Yeah, so maybe a baby Oscar, it's a female. And it was funny because the one who came had a totally different attitude. He was quite funny. He was quite very sympathetic as well. So these are the news. I don't see if I have something else to tell you about. So get inspired, you can find amazing things in the thrift stores, and the good thing is that you recycle all these, forgotten treasures, and you can make them your own, mixing with things. Yesterday, before yesterday, we've been in Palm Desert, and I found 2 beautiful trays, and I put my walnuts inside, and with a small, hemp placemat, and it's beautiful. And it's just that you can create a space that is your own with these things that were, that were used, maybe loved sometimes, and you can give them another life. And I love it. I really love that. And it's funny because I love minimalism, but I'm surrounded by so many things. So I don't know if you have questions. Let me know. Send me your question by for dinner. I don't know. I'm gonna make a soup this evening. I love soup. I had one at breakfast, and I'm gonna make another one this evening. I love soup. It's so easy to make, so fast, and so delicious and comforting. Yeah, for me, it doesn't work very well, the baking soda uh, with the water. No. I tried so many things, you have no idea, because I have these kind of things since decades. But this is the best I found, the best product I found. And it lasts a long, long, long time. And you can clean your jewelry with it. It's really nice. It's not so expensive. So it has a lot of, and it's not, you don't breathe this nasty thing, not at all. Let's see if you have something. Because after I cannot see what you wrote. Yeah, and now I think I'm gonna be a little bit more free to start to do lives, and I'm so busy with so many things. You know, when you have a house, but I'm renting, but when you are in a house, there is the outside, and the outside is calling, especially here, especially when, look, you have this one, this specimen, this baby. Hey, Oscar, baby. Oh, what do you want? You see how I can resist to that little thing, to that little creature. You're beautiful, my baby. I'm gaga, we said in French. I'm crazy. I'm like, like, I cannot believe it. He's there. He stays there. He loves it. Maybe they're going to nest here. I would love to see the little babies. Let's see if I have something else. He's adorable. I'm going to give him some treat. Yeah, you can see the replay. It's going to be on my page for sure. Yeah, trusting the body is the most important thing, because this, when you trust the body and you have no doubt about his ability to heal, and you really trust it, at one level it shows to your unconscious that you are okay to go through the process. And I always said, and it's what I learned when I've been bitten by a tick in South Africa, that I thought I was going to die, but I had a friend homeopath who made a remedy for me, and he told me it's going to be hard, but your immune system going to be stronger. Me, I stay on that. I stay on the fact that this going to give strength to my immune system. And I also read somewhere online that when you are bitten by a spider, the venom gives you some properties. So, and that shamans are doing that. They inoculate themselves with venoms, of different kind of venoms, and spider venom has the ability to slow down your heartbeat and to make you live longer. So I take it like, I take the benefits of that. And also to learn about that experience. Now it's the third time with the spider bite. So it's very interesting how my body, maybe also because my body has been used to the other time, so it's for that maybe I heal faster. I don't know, but it's really, really interesting process. Don't be scared. Do what you feel right to do out of fear. We are energy. We are energy frequency. Fear is a low frequency. When you feel the fear in consciousness, you take the subject of your fear, you put it in a circle and you cross it. Like you send to your subconscious that you don't want this thing effective. It takes not a long time. It's not obliged to do a long meditation about that and to think too much about that. When you feel the fear, poof, cross it, interdiction, like an interdiction sign, and give this to the universe. And in another way, open yourself to this ability, to this higher frequency of light, this ability, like nature has, that we are part of nature, to heal by ourselves. And when you go with that, you don't interfere with the healing process. And you're going to get the information of what you can do to help the healing process to go faster. It's fantastic. I read a lot of things. I don't have time to look for video and things. I thank you, my followers, to send me video that I post in my stories that I found interesting or cute or beautiful. When we have to take back our power, inner power. Our power is to be out of fear. Our power is there when we are out of fear. This doesn't mean that there is not something fearful. We can be alert, we can be vigilant, we can see it, but not be emotionally under the taken of that. Just really bring back to transmutate it to a higher energy. Trust life, trust the process. Life is something so subtle that it can be done like that right now. Finished. How is the miracle that despite all the difficulties around, we live day after day? It's absolutely fantastic when you think about that. It's very challenging to be a human being and to be alive. But because there is this power, this source of life force that is beyond us, it's not us who decide. So we have to surrender to that force, to trust that process, and it works. It's fantastic. And my baby is still here. He's waiting. So I'm going to take care of him. Oh, my heart is melting when I see him. He's so beautiful. Baby! And he turns his head and he looks. Oh, you wait, huh? You are waiting? You want some treat? Am I baby? He's like, okay. Much love to all of you. If you want to know more about the Trinity Pro, it's on one of my previous videos. You can see the presentation with Kim. We did the presentation, and there are all the links for reduction and all that in the video. It's an amazing, fantastic tool. Bye bye.